Hey there everybody, how you doing? It's me, your boy, Master Builder 62 here. Check out my brand new building right here, rated 1 to 10 be honest. Check this out, brand new staircase building style. I think this is it. This is fresh. Every other Minecraft builder can just quit now. I can't be stopped, like quite literally. Look at this thing. It's a work of art right there. That's amazing. The building is good, but perhaps even more importantly, today is a big day because we have a brand new snapshot. Snapshot 21W11A just dropped. In today's video, we're going to showcase the snapshot. It's going to be pretty sweet. You know how it's done. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. If you do both of those things, the chicken will not get hurt, which is definitely going to be a good thing. Alright, 1000k gang, with that out of the way, let's check out today's snapshot. This snapshot might honestly be the smallest caves and cliffs snapshot that we've seen so far. In this week's snapshot, unfortunately, no brand new items or blocks or anything like that. Instead, we have a bunch of brand new features and functionalities tied to the things that you see inside of this chest right here. This snapshot is definitely a coppery snapshot. The biggest changes and features in the snapshot have to do with copper. That's what we're going to take a look at first. Last week's snapshot, 21W10A, lied. It wasn't truthful. In that snapshot, it was alleged that the lightning rod could be waterlogged. That wasn't the case. This is now the case. The lightning rods can definitely be waterlogged every single direction. It works beautifully, flawlessly, and it looks cool too. I still kind of don't know what you're going to be able to use this for, so if you have any ideas, definitely let me know about that one. This right here is the copper house. Check it out. It looks good. The roof is fully oxidized. It's aged. Now, check this out. This right here is a lightning strike. Watch what happens. Boom. Lightning actually de-ages, de-oxidizes copper. Check this out. That is so cool. That is amazing. Sorry about the loud lightning bolts, guys. I'll try and turn them on in editing, but look at it. Check this out. It's so cool. So this right here is the first brand new functionality of copper this week. If lightning strikes copper and it's oxidized, it will actually unoxidize. You can reverse the oxidation, which is so cool. Now, to my knowledge, unless it's a lightning rod, copper doesn't really attract lightning any more than other normal blocks, so the odds of, say, a lightning bolt hitting this roof would be basically the same as the odds of a lightning bolt hitting that roof, but still, if it happens, this cool thing will happen, which is really, really sweet. Like, it's just amazing. That's so cool. However, that's not the only way to deoxidize copper now. Brand new copper functionality. Check this out. So we place oxidized copper right here, fully aged, right? And then I grab an axe and I use the axe on the copper block, just like I'm using it on like a log to strip it, and it actually shaves off the oxidation. That is so cool. Now, as you can see here, it is going to use a little bit of durability on your axe. It definitely makes sense. A little bit of a bummer, but makes sense for sure. It only uses one when you do that. 1556, 1555. That's amazing. That's so cool. Also, there are some brand new particles that play when this happens too, and the particles do play when lightning strikes a roof too, but check this out. We get these little blue particles in here, blue-green, because we're deoxidizing the copper. Kind of cool. If you were wondering, yes, this can be done with any other axe type too. You don't need like a good axe, you can just use a wooden axe for this. It's going to work exactly like stripping logs works. Now don't get me wrong, I really like this mechanic and it's amazing. Definitely belongs in the game, 10 out of 10. But I feel that maybe once that archaeology brush is added into the game, maybe that tool would make a little bit more sense because you like brush off the oxidation with that brush. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, really, really cool new mechanic. Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right here. But in the Bedrock snapshots with copper and honeycombs, the waxing mechanic was a little bit easier. In the Bedrock snapshots, all you had to do is use a honeycomb on a copper block, and then it's waxed. And did you see what I just did? You can do that in Java Edition too now. All you need to do is place a copper block down, and then use the honeycomb on it, and boom, there you go. The block is now waxed. Now, the old way does still work too. You could go into the crafting table and wax it like that if you'd like. It's still going to be exactly the same cost though. Personally, I kind of like this a little bit more, like place it into the world and then wax it. Doing it like this is going to make keeping a roof that is kind of like detailed, aged, maybe like this, a whole lot easier because all I have to do is place copper blocks down, let them age a little bit, and then come over with the honeycombs and just literally wax the blocks like that. That is so cool, and it's so easy to do too. But check this out. Remember the axe from a second ago? Well, it can remove oxidation, which is pretty sweet, but it can also cut off this wax. You can actually use an axe on a block that has been waxed and it removes the wax, so then it can actually oxidize again. So if you wax a block, it's not forever now. I mean, it's gonna be forever unless you interact with it and cut it off with an axe, which is so cool. Minecraft 1.17 honeycomb update, axe update. This update literally has it all, guys. And check this out. If you're not into doing things by hand, you like automation, well, good news. Dispenser with honeycombs in it, power it, and it actually does it. It actually works like that. The honeycomb actually just whacks this block right here. You can do it over and over again. It's so cool. This is amazing. I love automation, and dispensers are they're just so good. They can do literally everything. These things are such a good redstone component, and they literally get better with every update. So in short, here's what we have. Oxidized copper, use an axe on it. One stage of oxidization is reversed. Copper, place it on the ground, use honeycomb on it, boom, you waxed it. Use an axe on that, and then you remove the wax. It can age again. Lightning strikes your beautiful aged copper roof, and then boom, oxidization should be removed. There we go. Finally, one more copper functionality for this week's snapshot. Block of copper, wax it right there. Then we go ahead and mine it, go over to the crafting table with this waxed block of copper, into the crafting table, reverse it back into copper ingots. Then we can go ahead and craft it into a copper block again, place it down, wax it again, and basically continue using up those honeycombs until they're gone forever. Or just basically undo the waxing. As to be expected, this will not work with any type of oxidized copper. You'll need brand new copper to actually reverse it back down into ingots. Moving on to the rooted dirt block. In this week's snapshot, rooted dirt got a brand new functionality. If you use bone meal on rooted dirt, you will actually grow these roots right here. Now this is going to happen over and over and over again. If you keep bone mealing it, the roots will always grow there. When you bone meal this block, it will only grow on the block that you bone mealed. So it's not like grass when you bone meal and it grows everywhere. It's literally just on the single block that you bone mealed. In survival, if you want these roots, you're going to have to break them with shears. If you break them with your hand, they disappear. But shears, pick them up. Kind of like dead bushes, but without the sticks. Couple big drip leaf changes in this week's snapshot. First one has to do with small drip leaf. When we place it down, its rotation is going to be dependent upon which way we are facing. It's kind of hard to notice here, but check this out. It's actually rotated when we place it down. Okay, that looks really bad. Yep, it rotates every time we place it down when we turn. That's kind of cool. The other one has to do with big drip leaf. So we place this thing down and then bone meal it, bone meal it, bone meal it. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Now we're in survival mode. If we break this thing, before the snapshot, we would get one drip leaf. Basically, the top piece. Now, we're going to get one drip leaf for every single stem, which is sweet. Now we actually don't lose the bone meal or the drip leaf. If we like accidentally break it or something, we get one for every single plant here. That's amazing. That's such a nice change. Now, if you want the stems back, you're going to have to still bone meal the drip leaf. You can't place drip leaf on drip leaf. It doesn't work like that. So, yeah, just be careful. Moss blocks are amazing. We already knew this. Check this out. They got even better in this snapshot. These blocks are overpowered. Seriously, you can use moss blocks to craft the mossy versions of blocks now. That is amazing. Moss blocks are so good. Best thing in the update, hands down. Amethyst cluster drop amounts have been changed in this snapshot. If you have a fully grown amethyst cluster and then you break it by hand, you will get 2 amethyst shards every single time. If you break that same amethyst cluster with a pickaxe, you're going to get 4 amethyst shards. If you were to fortune this thing, you'll get even more. If you break the amethyst shard with like a piston or something else, you will get 2 amethyst shards every single time. A couple cave changes this week too. Cave sizes have been tweaked. Bigger or smaller? Not too sure. The changelog just says tweaked. The frequency of diamond ore blobs has been increased in this week's snapshot, making diamonds a little bit easier to find. Check out this giant cave right here. This thing is so good looking. These caves are still amazing. I'm going to say it every single day. They're so good looking. And a mine shaft here too. Now, I haven't checked out the caves too much, but from flying around, we still do get these really strange spaghetti caves right here. I don't really like those. I'm not a fan. But the other caves, the more normal ones, actually maybe look like the best caves that we've seen so far. Like, I mean, check this out. This cave right here, it actually kind of makes sense. It winds down to the mine shaft over there. This one is gigantic, so some variation going on here. There's a spawner there, which is amazing. Yeah, the caves kind of just feel a little bit more balanced out, if that makes sense. I feel like these caves, yeah, make more sense in general, are really sweet looking. I love it. I'm actually considering doing a video on that, so definitely keep your eyes out for it. Now, we do have one big technical change in this week's snapshot. We actually have a brand new shortcut. Right here is what the shortcut does. The shortcut basically gets your performance metrics. But for Snapshot 21, W11A Elites, that is actually going to do it. What do you think about the copper improvements? Aren't they amazing? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you left a like. It helps YouTube know to send this video to other people. If you really like the video, subscribe. If you don't like my videos later, you can just unsubscribe then. Big shout out to my patrons, GBFan1984 and Devins today. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for watching. It's been me, your boy. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Goodbye.